Welcome to the Unofficial Sex Therapist,
where we dive deep into the world of intimate relationships and explore topics related to sex, sexuality, communication, and personal growth. Join us as we navigate through the complexities of human intimacy and provide insights, real experiences, advice, and expert interviews.
Whether you're seeking guidance or simply curious about the fascinating realm of sex, our podcast offers a safe and non-judgmental space for exploration and education.
Tune in and let's embark on a journey towards a healthier, fun, and more fulfilling sexual life.
What up, everybody? Thanks for joining us tonight on the Unofficial Sex Therapist. Tonight, we're actually going to be piggybacking off of last week's topic where we talked about fantasies and building intimacy in relationships and in the bedroom. Tonight, we are going to be talking about dirty talk, talking dirty talk. Because I kind of view it as a fantasy somewhat. We get in our heads and we visualize and of how we want to be able to arouse our mate and also arouse ourselves. So I think we're going to have a real good conversation tonight talking about that. We got somebody over here got experience.
Really?
Joining us tonight are a couple of my repeated guests. We have the real Kevin Lyles back with us tonight. Look, he got a different hat on tonight, y'all.
I don't like I just got off work, right?
Hard working man. Then we have Miss Latrice Bell back with us. Look, my two favorites. When I get people that actually back out at the last minute, I get scared or whatever, these I can always count on these two. But thank you guys for joining us tonight. It's gonna be a really interesting night. So let's talk about dirty talk. What is dirty talk? For some, it means different things. For others, it means, I ran into people that say, hey, they're not necessarily into dirty talk because it makes them feel awkward or it doesn't feel authentic. But in my mindset, it's like, okay, so when you in the moment or whatever, what you do, you just sit there and just moan the whole time. What does dirty talk mean to you?
Oh, actually, it's a little bit different for me because I don't like all that conversation going on, especially if it's not stimulating. So it has to be a stimulating conversation in the bedroom. I don't like the rough talk, the name calling, and you my this, you my that, and who's your dad, and I don't like all that. That don't move me at all.
So let me we're gonna pause you right there. What you think, Kevin? You like dirty talk?
Yeah, I like it. I just don't like to be asked questions.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? But because it'll throw off your rhythm. And you know what I'm saying, you in a rhythm, you asking questions and you can't do both. You know what I'm saying? You just got to be able to let it go with the flow. You know what I'm saying? It has to be accurate. The dirty talk has to be accurate. It has to be able to continue to stimulate you.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? If you say the wrong thing, it's gonna throw everything off. So you have to know what choice of words to use, you know what I'm saying, doing dirty talk.
Exactly.
You can't call her say, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
You can't call her B word.
Yes.
You gotta be able to, say certain things that's gonna be appealing to the woman and make her want to keep going. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. And we'll get to that. So, just backing up as far as what is defined as dirty talk, because for some it's different, it means different things. But it includes, naughty, talking naughty, erotic, so there are different variations of dirty talk. You got sex texting. A lot of people send a lot of stuff via phone.
Sure
which can be used as dirty talk. What not if it's something visual images, saying when your mate leaves or whoever it is you're dealing with leaves for work and they go to work and they through the day they may open up their phone and they may either see a picture or something, or they may say, hey, I can't wait to see you tonight. I can't wait to lick whatever. I don't want to get too descriptive because that's her.
What?
Well, it backfired on me one time.
Why you sent it to the wrong person?
No. What it was, I was my second marriage, and I was at home and I was feeling certain kind of ways, so I made my wife at that time a video, and I was saying her name from the start to the finish of the video. And I sent her a text message with it saying, hey, round one out the way. Can't wait for you to get home. We can work on round two. And her response back to me was, how many other women you sent this to? And I'm saying your name. I say, so probably about 1 million.
Wow.
You know, because she totally turned off the mood. You know what I'm saying? Because I had cooked and laid out some candles and rose petals and set my massage table up. So, you know what I'm saying? I was, you know, I already got the fervor out of the way. So they're going to be all nighter. But she killed the whole mood. Yeah. So, you know, you got to make sure you're with the right person.
Yeah.
Got to make sure you're compatible with that. You know, and don't, like I said, y'all women, just ask a few questions. Don't ask no whole statement or nothing. You know what I'm saying?
What kind of questions?
Well, I mean,
I don't normally ask
so if
questions.
a woman say, "Oh, you like this, that," you know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Whatever you
okay.
say, yeah, baby. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to just simple single word questions.
I'm
is
pretty
cool.
confident. I ain't gonna ask. I'm gonna tell you gonna
I
like
get
it.
all that.
Yeah,
I'm not asking
questions.
no damn.
But see, you're dominant. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
you one of them females that's just different. But it's some though that yeah, like you said, just more. Some of them they wake up the neighbors. You know what I'm saying? They hollering like remember last year on our porkers they said last, and she was making all that noise in the gym, and they some women so you ain't gotta do all that.
No, that's
well,
some of it's overboard though.
Yeah, but like I say, that I think the whole process is that you have to get to know your mate and what it is that they like. I mean, and having those type of conversations with them, because you know what you may want to hear. It may not be something that he feel comfortable saying, right?
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, if it's something that she likes to hear, you know, I would, you know, if it's something that my man like to hear, like if he want me to call him daddy, and you know, but some men like that. They want to be called big daddy.
No, but daddy. Now I gotta.
I'm gonna call you daddy.
I mean, it's uncomfortable, but then when you're in the midst of the act, it sounds weird now because we're not engaging in nothing. But when you're actually in the moment, and you know, and it's just you and them doing that person, I've been called I've been called some shit, the B word, the S word. I ain't never been called no cunt or nothing like that. But
y'all wouldn't be asking, like, do you want me like a midget? You know what I'm saying? What? They be saying crazy stuff.
Well, I get guys that talk too much too. I don't like all
they change their voice though.
It's not,
they change their voice and talk like they
it's not
a
for
little
everybody.
person.
That's the whole point of
right.
It's not for everybody because everybody cannot get away. What one person do, another person cannot. Right. It's just like somebody, like that hat you're wearing. That hat may not work for him or, work for somebody else. It works for you.
Working good for me, huh?
You see? But yeah, but that, so it's different. It's different strokes for different folks.
Right.
Because I've been with guys to where, and I like dirty talk, right? But when I've heard it from like one person to another person, I'd be like, it's like it doesn't sound authentic. It sounds, it sounds like some shit they got off of porn, or like off of porn or something, You
can tell the difference.
You can tell the difference. Like get to know me, and what and get into in terms of my body. And I feel like if you're gonna talk dirty to somebody, talk about the things, get into your own body of what feels good to you, and just communicate that to whoever the person is that you're with. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like if I know that I like my nipples sucked, I'm gonna say, hey, suck my nipples, or
Again, you want to give direction.
I'm gonna give.
Okay, well, there's nothing wrong with this. So let me ask you two ladies this question.
I ain't gonna ask them. Do you want to suck my nipples? No, I'm gonna tell them.
Okay.
That's right.
Okay. So let me ask this question, both of y'all. So if y'all with a guy and he's not hitting the spot, he just ain't got the capacity to fill your cup, or you gonna talk dirty to him to enhance him to psychologically build his confidence up so he can get done and get up off of you?
You mean if his dick not big enough?
Yeah.
I don't know if you can.
So I mean, because some women just coerce you just so you get done and get up off of them.
Well, yeah, I probably do. Like you say, the neighbors would probably hear me because they can just to get him up off me. Okay. Or if I get tired,
because that's psychological.
I will stop him.
Yeah, because a lot of guys built on psychological stuff. They want to hear you. They want to hear you moan and say stuff. And if you ain't saying nothing, you just laying there like Celie on Color Purple, not saying nothing. Yeah. So I'm just saying. So do y'all use dirty talk to get that dude on? You know what I'm saying?
If I'm not interested and it's not really working, I can't fake the dirt.
That's when the hand go behind the head and the eyes start rolling like.
Oh, you doing all that?
Child.
Wow.
Get up.
I'd be like, hey, you want to take a break? I mean, I'll say something like that, and we just have to stop because I'm not gonna fake it to whatever it says.
Fake it till you make it.
No, I'm not doing that because number one, I know I'm not going to orgasm if I'm not feeling pleased, and I'm damn sure I ain't finna sit up and let him finish. And I'm not, and I ain't got mine. You got to get it.
So what, you gonna fake a pain or something?
His?
You gonna fake a pain or something? Like, oh, I got to hold it.
No, I'm just gonna say, hey, let's take a break. I need to get some water.
You're not gonna let him get his?
If I'm not getting mine, the fuck? Excuse me. Okay. So Gwen said, hey, Gwen. Gwen said, dirty talk is essential. Absolutely, it's just as essential as foreplay and oral sex. Just Me. We know who Just Me is, right?
Yeah,
Just
she's
No
last. Yeah, she never want to send a picture. She was talking about what's the name? Last week before last, she was.
She said, "Ask him, can I come get a drink of what water is that condensed? What?
I ain't no canister.
That canister.
Oh, it's canister.
What you drinking?
Some this Absolute vodka, and that.
People still drink Absolute.
Wow.
Well, not really.
I'm just messing with you.
But it's vodka. I know I'm gonna
messing
drink
with you.
vodka, but I grabbed some on my way, and it has that red fruit punch, not fruit punch, lemonade out of HEB. That red lemonade, which is good. So yeah.
And he chuckling it down.
Nah, I don't know. She ain't put no picture.
Oh, okay. I get what she's saying. She said, ask him, she says, can I get a drink of water? Is that considered dirty? No, it's not. I mean, what his water?
Oh.
Not the pee water, huh?
I hope not.
So
like
let's talk about like what are some actual foundational tips to somebody that's new? Like say for you, somebody that's never, talked dirty, they really would like to. They just need to come out of their comfort zone. What would be some tips that you feel that you can, share?
Find some words of confidence. You know what I'm saying? You have to be able to use words that's pleasing, but building the person's confidence up, not putting them down. You can't be up there want to talk dirty and say, you ain't like the last one. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I mean, yeah, because see, y'all women, y'all are unique. So, every man is not going to be able to satisfy every woman. So if you're new to it and you don't really know what to do, you might have talked to some of your girlfriends, girl, what do you say? How could I tell him to where it don't kill his spirit or, it's going to keep him, want to beat it up and stuff like that. So, I mean, that's my advice. Talk to some of your friends. You talk to them, you tell them everything anyway, so you might well get some information from them.
Yeah, I mean, that's one. I think that's one way of
I think the initial conversation with you, when you're getting to know each other, you pretty much can feel him out and know what will work for in that situation. Because the first, like when I have conversations with guys, you kind of talk about that, and then of course we might try phone sex before we get to that point.
Yeah, that's
I pretty
good.
much you start phone sex is
Yeah.
a good way to kind of get where
or watch porn.
and he'll kind of tell you what he wants and you tell him what you want.
But that's the part that I don't.
I mean, you can watch porn for the verbal of they talking dirty.
No, I don't like the porn.
I'm just saying. I don't know. I'm just saying. I heard
the porn seems so
it's
scripted.
So, right.
Well, I mean,
that's
but hey,
not a turn on.
it's something. At least they have a vernacular of words that they could. You know what I'm saying? That go along with what they doing. You can't say, "How was your day at school?" and you up there. You know what I'm saying? You have to be able to have words that go along with what's happening.
Well,
you know
the thing is, what happens when people use porn to try to emulate or whatever, is it doesn't. Like I said, the whole authenticity part of it. Plus, it makes them feel like they have to measure themselves against whatever it is that they're watching. Same thing with like looking at something on television versus just, starting off with something simple. You can, like you said, start out with texting, something, in terms of, hey, I can't wait till you get home so I can do this. So,
Right.
Start off with just something real simple and start out texting, whatever those fantasies are that's in your mind, and get their reaction and see if they actually are reciprocating it or saying something back.
Right.
And then when you get the courage, then you can bring it to the bedroom and be able to talk it in person and say it in person.
You know what else helps?
What?
Memes. They got some good memes out there.
Yeah, but
I got one that's a go-to meme that it's a
Let
bad
me
meme.
see. Nah.
Nah, anyway, what it has, I'm gonna tell you what it has. It has a lady, it has a woman laying on her back, and the dude is right there at it, right? And one part say, hold up, wait. And the bottom part, he got his head, I say, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? So that's letting her know. Or it say, I woke up like this, and you got your morning wood up. You know what I'm saying? So those are sending, hey, this is what I'm thinking about you. You can use memes like that, sex memes to you know what I'm saying, turn that person on in the morning or in the evening time. Yeah. And then I got one where it's a video. And that's the killer. That's guaranteed.
Oh yeah, I forgot you. He the video king. He be finding all the damn videos.
Because if you send it to her at 9 o'clock in the morning, she in a meeting while she bored. By the time she get out of work, she coming looking for you. Promise you.
Listen, just me say, like, I'm coming over for karaoke. Please charge the mic for me. She got the look. That's a good one. Charge the mic. Make sure that mic ready. Mic check. Mic check.
Yep. I'll put them bad ass kids to sleep early. Baby, go to sleep.
Hey Tanya. Yes, he said memes. Oh, he said, look, I'm gonna have to get him to share a few so I can forward them to you so we can see what he's talking about.
Yeah, I got some.
Mandingo Mike. Mandingo, why they call you Mandingo Mike, man?
Mandingo Mike, okay.
Don't be sharing too much.
Yeah, we want to know.
Yeah, we want to know.
I don't make the memes. I'm not in the memes. I think that I could send a whole sexual statement with the memes that you got to find the right one, put them together. Kind of like plus.
Before too long, well, now probably you could probably use AI to help you come
up. They're already using AI enough. I hate AI.
So you don't think AI can help somebody with?
Man, they're gonna have you. They're gonna look at. They'll have you hungry when you get there. You don't want to eat. You don't want to do nothing with that. AI is gonna trick you. Don't use AI. I seen a couple chicks. I know what they look like. And boy, look at they
talking about no.
But I'm saying though, but they'll use that, and you think that's what you're getting, and that ain't what it is though. Don't you
talking about words?
But they put pictures on the words with AI. I'm telling you.
Well, that's if you ask for that. You don't have to ask for that.
Look, I'm telling you.
But
I'll show you one day. You gonna trip out?
Hey, all. So I think another foundational tip too is making sure that you're using descriptive words. And you just have to be creative. I think So here's where I want to go back with you. You told me something recently. You said that you used to have a job, that you used to have to do something, right?
What? You worked at the morgue?
No, she said worked at the morgue.
At the morgue. No, I'm
putting on penises before they bury them or something.
No. There's this finance. I'm in finance, so there's this finance company. A lot of people know about it. I'm not going to say the name of it, but they had a sex phone line. People would call in. And it would be all types of people calling in. You'd have
back in the day, they used to have a phone number, used to dial a number, somebody on the phone.
Yeah, but I ain't never used to do that though, man. We bypassed that.
No, we didn't. This was back in the
day.
In the 90s.
Okay.
When it was
late
popular.
90s.
When people used to get them highest phone.
When you had Dr. Ruth days. So they would call in. Sometimes it would be a couple, it would be a husband and wife, it'd be a man, whoever, and some of them wanted to get his wife to stimulate him or whatever. And it's like, can you help? They had problems or whatever. And so we would have to perform for them. I, just had to make the noise and tell him what to do and tell her what to do.
Oh yeah, I remember.
But it was scripted. We had to, it's like you had a selection of what you wanted. What kind of what would you say? What would you want based on that? They get a profile of the person. What are you looking for? What kind of arouse men, or what's your fetish?
Yeah.
Whatever your fetish is. Yeah. So you just have to become that for them.
So did you enjoy doing that?
Of course, I enjoyed doing it. I love that. That was probably one of the best jobs I had because it was funny as hell. Because I was listening to these people coming here, and you hear the terms, and they come back at you. You hear it's like and you'd have these other people, whites people, they come in and they be talking about, and I never heard the word cock so much in my life. I'm like, I was like, what in the world? But it was very interesting. I've heard a lot of things,
we know, a lot of
and
white
they
people
would
come in saying that.
It's the whites people.
Brothers don't say that.
I said whites people.
Yeah, brothers don't use that.
No, they don't. They don't.
Yeah, they don't.
So when I left the hood and went to Spring Branch, where it's predominantly white, they were saying, I said, cock is a hole. You know what I'm saying? Like you cock something open. You know what I'm saying? But they said, no, it's my, like, bro.
They use those words.
Yeah, that's what they were saying. So I was like, I ain't never said. I was like, what?
So,
and they did get graphic with the languages for as calling the Y's a B and stuff like that. They would ad lib their own, insert their own things and and whatnot. And it was some weird things that they liked. Certain things, they had a certain area that they wanted touched or sucked or licked or something. They had certain things that they would incorporate into their bedroom that they used, and it would be crazy.
So how did that make you feel once you got off?
It didn't bother me.
I'm saying once you got home and got into your natural, what did it?
It didn't arouse me. It didn't turn me on.
Because
it wasn't me.
So
it wasn't,
Just me asking whether if you ever got wet. She said, did you ever get wet?
No.
She said, tell the truth.
No, honestly, I didn't get wet, because it was a job. So it's not like you were in a strip club or whatever. It's not like
could you visually see them and what they were doing?
No, you couldn't see what they were doing.
It was strictly phone.
Man, strictly phone. So it wasn't, it never aroused me, because hearing them. No, it didn't. No, it didn't do anything for me.
She said, I better tell them that orgasms is a process for women. Yeah, I know it's a process.
It is a process.
Yeah.
It is a process, and their entertainment wasn't the type of process because they had some weird shit going on.
So you wouldn't be turned off a man car say, hey.
Oh no! I've had fun.
I'm talking about for some of the people. They be like, "This is Mike. I'm pulling on it right now." And you didn't. You know what I'm saying? You hear the noise going in the lotion. That didn't do nothing.
I don't have no lotion.
I'm saying the caller called in.
No, it didn't. It really didn't. It didn't affect me at all.
You didn't visualize that.
Never visualized. Never.
So
and I said, I think I'm a visual person.
It didn't arouse me. So I didn't. Maybe if I saw it. But I didn't, we're on the phone.
But if you had phone sex after that talking, it didn't. That's what I'm saying. So how did that not arouse you? But then I can
only get aroused with the person that I'm into. I know I'm in. I already know they're gonna get it. We just taking, we're just taking these baby steps leading to that. So I've already turned on with the man that I'm having phone sex with. So it's a totally different experience because I know him. I don't know those people.
Okay.
And
so you saying you wouldn't be turned on if you was watching a stranger's having sex? You wouldn't. You say you wouldn't.
Not if I watch it, yeah. But you're on the phone with these people. But of course,
I think I still.
You would still be.
Man, if a woman called me, and I'm on my phone today, and she got her rose, and I'm hearing that and hearing I'm on. I don't give. She got the wrong number. Hey, shit,
you gonna listen? You gonna listen?
I'm gonna listen.
It has to be a person that I'm into.
I'm gonna listen.
I have to know you.
I'm gonna put them headphones I got. So when I drive my truck, I'm gonna listen.
That's like listen to your neighbors. The neighbors turn you on.
I would.
The neighbors turn you
listen,
on.
I'd have been when I'm in and out motel where I travel, and I'm hearing sex on both sides of the wall. And said the louder I turn the TV up, the louder they got. Some dudes had this one chick. It was two dudes, one chick. And I swear they started about 11 o'clock. And that night, and checkout time was 12 o'clock. They were still hitting it. And she sounded like a young girl say, my mama say never get that spot up. But they were wearing out. So I told the man at the front door, hey man, you might want to check on room 215 because it might be some shit going on there. Might be some legal shit going on. But they wore that girl out and they was killing it. But you could hear that.
Wow.
I'm sitting there like, I don't know what to do. I turned the TV up and this.
So you didn't jack off to it?
Nah, because it was confusing. I listed the other couple, I probably would have. But the one it sounded something that was going on that shouldn't have been going on.
Oh,
you see what I'm saying?
Okay.
So I couldn't concentrate and I'd be half jacking or something. You know what I'm saying?
You start changing yourself.
Yeah, exactly. I ain't gonna do that shit. Once you get started, you got to finish.
Look, Tiny said, "What hotel motel was that?"
Man, that was off the Beltway.
Off the
Beltway, Samuelson Parkway, between 59. I remember between 59 and Guessing, it was a new. They got 2 combined hotels right there.
59 and Guessing.
Yeah, like
that Mustang Inn?
No, not hell no. That's $2. You get $2 in the room for that. No, I'm talking when you're coming down from downtown, you exit for the Beltway, right? You go left underneath the Beltway, and then there's 2 hotels side by side, right before you go to that side street to go to Mickey's. Or West Belford, before you get this West, it's Belford, and right there. Yeah, they was in there getting it, but they were killing this girl here because it was 2-on-1. They were double teaming them, but the other couple was smooth, but I couldn't focus like that. No.
He know what you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about? Man, I used to go there a lot.
You know a lot.
Oh man. Nah, I went to Crystal. Crystal got some new rooms. They got one right on the Beltway.
What say Crystal got some new rooms?
Nah, I go to Doubletree and
now
JW, Marriott.
now,
yeah, I had to upgrade. Shit, back then, you know what I'm saying? You leave out of Oasis, you know what I'm saying, and go get back in the day in the 90s. Yeah.
Man, listen.
They got room $35 for 4 hours.
I wish I had bought stock in
you should have.
Stock
Whatever you should have.
In Palace Inn.
You should have.
I wish I had.
You get you one right now.
Wow.
I wish I had.
A group of people bought a hotel, put money together and bought a hotel.
Yeah, they got one right now. I seen vacant for sale.
You say $46 for a few hours now.
Yeah, with the mirrors on. They got the mirrors on the ceiling.
We got a Palace Inn. I'm talking about it was on Highway 6. They had the mirrors
what,
on the
what about
ceiling.
Sundown?
They had the round bed and they had a jacuzzi tub and a stage with a pole.
What about Sundown?
Wow. What's Sundown?
Sundown on
I don't know nothing about that. I ain't never heard no goddamn.
What's that? Sundown?
I ain't never heard no damn Sundown.
I passed by there.
Right by West Gray on.
If you don't stop hitting me, goddamn it, with that damn.
Boy,
You just said it just
Say, look here. I needed a cup though.
You said they got a cup from over there, but let's get back on topic because y'all done we
Yeah,
already like half hour into it and we ain't even finished all this stuff yet.
What you got for us?
So let me ask you a question. Has it ever been a time when you guys were talking dirty to somebody and you just had to kind of bust out laughing? Like I've said something real. When it came out, it just sounded like real goofy, and like I just literally just had to laugh at myself.
I did.
I can't.
I have had that, and we both started laughing because I was like, I think he told me to say, what?
Listen, just me ask him, can I buy some stock in his dick?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
You sure can.
I need to find out who.
Sure can. You sure
she
can.
said, and how much is his share?
Absolutely.
She said, how much is his share?
$5,000 a share.
He said, absolutely.
Not to share. Yeah. You sure can. I got enough of it.
Said, absolutely.
I ain't gonna play.
Oh Lord, Gwen said everyone has been to Tweeties.
No, I ain't never been to Tweeties.
I ain't never been to
I used to date a chick named Tweety though.
I
used to date a chick named Tweety, but I ain't never been to Tweety.
I never been.
If
I used to hear about
if
Tweeties all the time.
If I've been, it was only once, and it was
Man,
but I can't remember. But a lot of things.
That was
Palace
popular,
Inn.
Tweeties.
Palace Inn is pretty good. Crystals is good. Crystals an upgrade. You go in there look like.
Palace Inn got the new blue and white. The ones that are blue and white now all upgrade. They got the wood floor, the fake wood floors. They real nice.
Yeah, I seen it with the blue. They got the blue Palace.
Yeah, those are all the ones that's been upgraded.
Okay, yeah.
Now the ones that haven't are the ones that still have the old yellow and maroon sign.
Man, I seen one on the Beltway that got 4 stories to it.
Palace Inn?
I don't know. It's right off of Lil York going toward 290 on the right hand side. I can't think of the name of it. It got 4 elevator and everything.
I don't know nothing about. I haven't been to one of those in a minute.
That's interesting.
So we're still talking about foundational tips. So something that you definitely want to do, I think we already covered this as far as being able to focus on your partner and determining the things that they like.
Yeah.
And try not to overthink it. When you're thinking about talking dirty or wanting to, just kind of, just put yourself in the moment while you're there and focus on what it is that you like, on, being done to you, and like I said, I personally, I'm not asking nobody to do nothing. I'm telling I'm telling them.
Yeah.
But I think
I'm gonna tell
compliment.
you what you gonna like.
But the best way to do it, I think, like when you asked me that question earlier, is to compliment her body. Like, damn, titty. You know, you can say that as you know what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I always
that's
compliment.
good. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a safe way to do it. Just compliment each other.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And that
your
way
chest,
you
got a
right,
nice
you
hard
can't go
chest,
wrong.
talk
Yeah,
about their chest
you can't go
hard.
wrong
Here's
with
the
that
thing,
way.
just don't ask just don't be
Yeah,
so asking all
right.
these questions.
Right,
You know,
that's what
I'm
I'm
like,
saying.
I
Stay
gotta
away from the
stop
question.
trying to just,
My mama say don't talk with a mouth
yeah,
full, so you know what I'm saying. So
yeah,
you
all them questions going back and forth, and this and that, and the others is the best. And I'm like,
Yeah,
I hope
don't
you
ask me that.
tell you
Oh
no.
yeah, I
I'm gonna
can't.
say for now.
I'm telling no, no,
For now.
Yeah, Gwen says dirty talk should be organically reciprocated.
exactly,
Yes, I agree.
exactly.
I
I
agree.
agree.
I agree.
I agree.
I agree.
And like you said, Tiffany, earlier, you got to know who you're dealing with. You know, you got to know your person. You know, and like, if you don't know your person, you just like in the bed and doing.
What if it's a
it, you know,
stranger?
you shouldn't be with no strangers.
Sometimes it happens.
Well, sometimes, yeah. Well, you should have a conversation before then, or y'all just going on getting busy. So you asking for the questions. You want the questions because she's gonna ask you all the questions.
Well, I mean, if it's a one night stand, y'all both probably drunk or whatever, and don't really have time to.
Well, tell her to shut the hell up and just let
All
you
she gonna say is
concentrate.
fuck. She's gonna say fuck me, and that's it.
Yeah, just shut up.
That's cool with me.
Shut up and
Just
fuck
I
me.
ain't gotta have no
Shut up and
conversation.
fuck me.
Just shut up.
You know, you don't want to. Yeah, but I don't know, man. It's just something.
Just you know,
Something
you
to
can
think about.
ease off and chill, baby. Come on, just relax. You know, you
Turn the
talk her
music
down.
up louder.
Talk her.
Turn the
talk
music
her
up
down.
louder.
Talk
Turn
her
the music
down.
up louder. You ain't gonna hear all that, huh?
Talk
What
her
say?
down.
And just
Talk
keep
her down.
going.
No,
Don't
you
break
need to talk her
stride.
down. You're not a talker
So
down.
you ever put your hand over somebody's mouth because they was talking too much?
Now I put it because she was screaming. Pillow, hand,
Pillow.
press your lips up against her. Yeah. Yeah, they because you know, like if you sneak and getting it and the kids sleep in the other room, you gotta be able to, she'll holler or moan. Cause listen, that moan, that faint sound, the loudest sound when it's quiet. It's loud as hell. For real, like R. Kelly say, silence is sound. It's loud. It's loud.
Yeah.
And two people you don't want to hear getting it is your parents and your kids. So you have to press your hand, your lips against her lips, or sometimes you got to put a pillow.
Who kids was it?
So, hey, a few times I done messed with women that got kids and snuck in.
So it was the person's kids,
Yeah.
and that person was loud.
Yeah.
So she should know.
Exactly.
Obviously, she should know fucking better.
Right.
Those are her kids.
She wanted it. So when they wanted it, women, y'all wanted it, y'all don't give a damn who at the house.
Nah.
Your grandmother could be
nah.
your grandmother be in that nursery bed.
Nah.
And next from if y'all want, man.
I would not want my kids. Even no.
Sometimes it's like that. You gotta perform where it's needed.
She need a bigger house.
She need to put them kids in bed with some Benadryl or what they give them. What they give some? What kind of medicine they give them kids? Huh? No, it's most of the what they get to make go sleep.
Are you talking about like some antihistamine, like
Say it.
some like Benadryl?
Not Benadryl, it's none of it.
Like a cough medicine?
Nah, it's something I can't think. It's gonna come.
Oh, he's talking about what you got? Some of them. I know you're talking about.
Yeah.
But that don't always work though.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what the hell.
They usually give some
you get at the store. It's supposed to be safe.
Melatonin.
Look, Tony said, look,
melatonin. Give
yeah,
them melatonin and let them go to sleep.
Yeah,
you can scream like Tarzan and Jane. I'm telling you. Or some Benadryl.
I'm glad I ain't never had to go through that, goddamn. To give my damn kids some damn melatonin.
I dated women that had 3-4 kids. You know what I'm saying? And they be up past their bedtime. And if I gotta go, she want to get it. She gonna fix them up. You know?
Give them a cocktail.
Give them a cocktail.
Oh my god. So let's talk about what are some of the common mistakes that people make. And I think we talked about a few of them when talking dirty to their partner. What are some common mistakes?
Man,
I know one is like crossing the boundaries. And
calling out the wrong name.
Calling out the wrong. Oh boy, like if you call me in bed with somebody, you call somebody the wrong name. Yeah. Oh my god.
But
that's like
I have actually done that before.
What?
And I got out of it quick. I was like, no, that's not what I said. I said such. You know, I because the names that I called, they were similar. So I used another. I said, no, I said such and such. And it's like
you just didn't hear me right.
Well,
yeah, you didn't hear me right. You just didn't
believe it or not. You said that in New Jersey. I worked in New Jersey, and a lot of women up there, they wore half shirts and had tramp stamps. So listen, the real talk. So I'm telling you, real talk. So the plant that I worked in, the women was talking about. They say what they do. They get a tattoo of a guy name that's not even a man name, so he can get pissed off and go at it harder. And I said, that's kind of crazy. You walk around with somebody's name you don't even know, but it was for the ones that was highly sexually acting like that, making mad, right, to take it out on it. Yeah, I said that's crazy.
That is crazy.
But they did that. But yeah, you don't want to call out the wrong name or be the one to call out the wrong woman.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So yeah, because she gonna stop. Call me the wrong name. I don't know what I do. I'll finish it, don't call you no more. I'm gonna finish. I'm gonna finish.
You gonna be gone.
I ain't gonna call me. You call Mike next time. Mike ain't got this, you know what I'm saying? This made you think about Mike. Shit.
Yeah,
I'll flip it around, but I ain't call you no more.
So another common mistake is being too repetitive, like saying the same things over and over again.
Yeah, that's
I've had that happen.
That's
too.
annoying.
That's like that's a turn off.
That's
like if I'm not responding to you saying, you know, is this the best dick? If I'm not saying nothing, don't keep asking me to say.
That's a dumb question. Why would you ask that question?
It's a lot of guys that ask that question.
They insecure. That's like a dude ask you who's better, me or him.
Yeah, I get that too.
It's dudes that say
that.
It's
dudes that say that.
They weak,
but women will do it too. They'll be like, "This, you know, this ain't just the best pussy."
No, man, that's weak.
I would never do that.
That's like if you send a guy a picture, he say, "Who took that picture?" Man, who cares? You got the picture. Don't worry about who took it. I mean, so I ain't gonna ask y'all that who's better, me or them.
Right.
Because if you ask me a question like I'm
gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest. You don't want the truth, so I just say
exactly. So I'm not gonna lie to you. So
I'm not gonna lie.
That's a question you don't ask a man, because you know.
You don't ask a woman that.
Don't ask me that.
I'm gonna tell you the truth.
Yeah. I'm sorry. That's gonna end the date.
Not even close.
I'm gonna tell you.
Not even
she
close.
did this way longer than you did. You know, because woman say you want some head. Some head mean 3 seconds. But when a woman don't ask you and do it, she gonna do it because she like doing it. She won't do it. She going for the gusto.
Exactly.
But when I'm gonna tell you what I don't like since you brought that up about giving head. Do not put your hand and force my damn head. Don't force my like
cuff it from the back like that.
Try to
hip you on.
No, that ain't a
that means you're getting close.
Look, goddamn.
The volcano about to erupt.
No, but I think some men like for women to gag. They like that. They like to hear that. They like to hear that.
Yeah, you like to hear that gag.
I don't. Hear that. Hey, for women out there,
so they force women to
stay around the mushroom. You ain't got to put all that in there. Just stay around. That's the most sensitive part, around the mushroom. And guess what? It's gonna happen for you. Stay around the mushroom. I don't like all that.
You don't like
something happen. Yeah, I don't like. You know, that's what we talking about choking. You around choking too long, she dead. Then what? You explain. So I don't know.
You gotta
stay
explain. You gotta explain.
Yeah. So yeah, you have to know that person. Like, especially like if we never really been together, and I'm sucking your dick. I mean, I know how much I can take. You know, depending on how big it is. So don't force it, because otherwise. If I end up, I could have just ate or drank something. If you force a gag, you may not like what you get.
Damn. That's like
keep sloppy toppy.
That's like letting a squirter ride your face. You gonna drown. So you squirt, you can't ride. Fuck around, drown. Yeah, man. Cause some of y'all women, boy, be like running water. So you gotta have a safe word, and you can't talk dirty while you're doing that. What's the
no questions,
word?
No questions.
Yeah, no questions.
No questions.
I'm trying to breathe and do this. Drowning me.
Ignoring feedback. So that's another one. Ignoring feedback. If somebody tells you that they don't like whatever it is that you said, or they don't like, something that you sent them in text or whatever, just make sure you respect their opinion and don't do it again.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Don't do it again.
Don't let you come back.
Look, just me said, what's your safe word?
Pineapple.
Have you had the pineapple?
No, I ain't never had.
Have you ever had the pineapple?
I ain't never created honestly, I ain't never created no safe word. Cause I'm pretty much the type of man that I ask you, are you all right? If you frowning too much, because intimacy is supposed to be pleasing, not painful.
Exactly.
So I'm asking you, hey, you all right? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, because you know, you gotta
I
be
don't do nothing that requires a safe word.
but you gotta ask though, because
I mean, they do. They have that usually like in the BDS
yeah.
realm. You know, when they're
regular, we ain't
inflicting
got that.
pain.
Ain't no safe word.
Huh?
Ain't no safe word we be doing.
Who?
I'm saying
Yeah,
we don't
ain't no
have
safe word. I don't do
probably
it.
in that.
I don't have a safe word. It's Gwen said I will fight you if you violate my anus.
Oh no, we ain't doing
Oh
that.
no, you
You ain't gotta worry about that over here. I like the jaws and the walls. I don't.
Oh yeah, I
That's
forgot.
what he said, like
I want to make a shirt that says Jaws and Walls. I'm gonna give it to you. What size you wear?
2X.
A 2X. I'm
Jaws
gonna make you.
and walls.
I'm gonna make
That's
you a
it.
shirt because that's gonna be your Jaws and Walls. That's funny. But everybody, I mean, some people like anus. Some people like anal sex.
You like anus?
Yeah, I do.
Oh wow.
But it has to. The person has to know what they're doing.
But I don't know what I'm doing, so I
Everybody's
don't
not
go
meant
there.
to have. Everybody's not meant to have anal sex.
No.
All right. Every man is not necessarily meant to
Has
have
a
anal
man
sex.
ever asked you
My GPS say detour.
has a man ever asked you to stick your finger in his anus?
Hell no.
Had they asked you?
Yeah.
Did you do it?
Hell no. No.
But but how did it make you feel when they asked you that?
No, well, it wasn't. This was we had never had sex, but he asked me, would I do that to him? And I said, no. And he said, why not? You know, I said, because I'm not into that, because I don't want you in mine, and I'm not going up in yours.
You don't know shit on your fingers either.
You know, well, no, but it was
some gloves on, put some latex.
But no, yeah, actually, he described what I was like, you know, I'm thinking he on some other world. He's on some other world. He's on some other level that I wasn't on.
On a whole nother spectrum.
Yeah, he was something else.
Deep,
like, no, he was deep in it.
Yeah, he deep.
But they did do that on the.
So he probably like pegging
on the phone sex line.
If he like a finger, then he like pegging.
Men like that.
He pegging.
Shit.
He's into pegging.
What is pegging? I ain't never heard
pegging. Yeah, peg. So pegging is this another word for sticking a small dildo, or poking in a man's anus.
Yeah, I know. I had a friend that put her man. This was before Facebook had.
Gwen talking about. She said, Gwen say fingering a man stimulates their prostate and feels good to some. Have you ever done that?
Prostate cancer.
Have you ever done it, Gwen?
Look, we know what it do, but have you ever done it to a man?
Has she ever done it?
Just me say booty bandit.
But some men do like the dildo thing.
Oh yeah, I know.
Enjoy that as well. You know,
she said never, nigga.
They enjoy it.
Well, you know what? Everybody like what they like. You know what I'm saying? So I just think they need to hold their hand up.
That's an eyebrow raise for me. I'm like, nah, brother, I'm the wrong woman. No, I don't.
And then another feedback is that dirty talk should be authentic, right? It should demonstrate desire and intimacy in between you and that individual. So paying attention to that person and understanding what it is that they like and what they don't like is what helps to build that. If it's something that you don't feel like doing, or if you don't feel is authentic, then don't do it. Definitely don't. But definitely, play around. I mean, it's, just think of yourself as the creator and the artist behind, coming up with, words to say and how to say it, and just, learn your partner and what the things that they like is, conversation is key. Conversation is key. A true person will tell you what they like. Hi.
No, I read what she said though.
What she say?
From this one to that one. Nothing wrong with that. Yeah.
It can be freaking bad.
But then she said she done it.
She's done the finger.
They got harder than us. She said she's done the pegging before. She said they got harder than a rock. Yeah, but I mean but he was that his first time? I'm curious, was that his first time getting it done?
Probably not.
Because if it was, that's surprising, because some dudes be like, they'll clam up. That's just like a female getting it in the butt for the first time.
So you broke up.
You
You
tried
broke a
it?
virgin off?
You tried it?
No, I ain't never.
But you said that he first time he
Right.
doing
That's
it, he
what I'm
climb
getting.
up.
Right.
So that
No,
mean
I'm
you
saying,
broke a
but-
nigga in before?
Exactly.
No, I have not. But I
What?
know. But I
Oh, so it was
know.
the first time with her.
It was the first
First
time
time
for
with
her.
her.
He
but
probably
not
been
for
with
him.
500 women, so he was
Exactly.
loose. He was
Exactly.
loosey and
Loose,
goosey.
right.
I'm telling you, like they say, righty tighty, lefty loosey. He was already left.
He was already well experienced.
He
with
claimed,
that
but he
area.
let me in for a second. Shit, he let you
in
in.
for a second.
Yeah,
That second.
that's like a
person.
virgin.
Yes. So Shay says, hey now. She said things get done in the bedroom as long as everyone agrees. True. Everybody
True.
definitely has to be in agreement.
Mutual decision.
Gwen says, I don't like men to give direction like he's directing a porn scene. Yeah, I've ran across that.
I don't
too with
either.
somebody. Yeah, where men do that.
I don't either.
They want to give all the instructions on. They want neighbors time. They want to switch positions. Though they want to do it this
You
way.
be
this
with
way.
me out by
But
that.
I ain't. But you know what? I ain't never done that though.
You ain't never done one.
I ain't never like just gave a woman directions. You know what I'm saying? I just went along with the other folk that was going. But if it went a direction I didn't want to go, I'd hey, you know what I'm saying? But now, as far as anything, I'm not. It's like.
You ain't never like told them.
Nah, I ain't got
how to
You
do
don't
it.
even have to
Nah,
tell.
I
I just
mean,
have
listen,
lead me to that certain area.
I-
Whatever
I-
you want, he
but I
know
would
how to
ask,
lead
though,
me there.
But see me, I would ask. Hey,
Like
look,
some men
you know,
like
you
that
want me
nipple-
to
some men
you
like
want,
that
you want me to
nipple
hit it
suck.
from the back? You know what I'm saying? I would
some men
ask
do.
that, but I wouldn't just say turn your ass over, or get on this meat. That ain't been me. So you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because I know the way my stamina is, I'm gonna be there long enough to give you whatever you ask for, and then some. But I'm not gonna just. I don't.
Hey,
control
Dr.
it like that.
Sheila.
You know what I'm saying? I just have it. You know what I'm saying?
So Celeste, she says, I'll try most things to keep my man happy, but I can't insert my finger or anything else into my man. To each his own, but that's a turn off for me. Yeah, it
I agree.
definitely
It is a turn off.
It's
It's
yeah, it
disgusting.
is definitely to each his own. That's an area that's
Disgusting.
I ain't gonna say it's disgusting.
It's disgusting. Patrice, it's disgusting.
Shay said direct me because I'm definitely gonna direct you. That's a good one.
Yeah, that's a good
But
one.
everybody don't follow directions.
That's true.
Shit.
That's true.
Right.
That's true. Let's see, it's about 8:49. Let's talk a little bit about sex texting. So you participate in sex texting?
Yeah, indirectly.
Oh, you actually you
'cause
like to
Man, FaceTime. They got
Oh.
FaceTime. Why are y'all doing 60 now?
Yeah,
They got
yeah.
FaceTime.
Yeah, I like
you can go on
FaceTime.
and get it in.
I like
FaceTime.
you can. FaceTime is boy. Look
that's
here.
that's right there.
Yeah.
I haven't done
That's
that in
safe
sex.
too,
Y'all
boy.
trying to tell you it's
That's safe. You ain't got to worry
You ain't
about
gotta
that.
worry about
You
it.
make
They don't
your
know
mess,
where
she
you
make her
live.
mess.
It's like,
Yeah,
hey, yeah.
I've done that before though.
FaceTime.
I don't woke up like 2:00 in the morning.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, I'm looking for an ex. I can turn on FaceTime.
Right?
Yeah, you know what I'm
So
saying?
you get on the phone and call somebody and FaceTime them?
Nah,
You
they
know the
don't mess
person.
if you've been fooling with her. You
Right.
don't. You hear, hey, what's up?
Yeah.
She already know you. So then, what
Right.
you doing up? I said, I'm all the way up. And nothing can stop me. You know what I'm saying? Say for real. And then next thing the camera come on, what you finna do?
What
Shit,
you want to do?
Let me see. And you know what I'm saying? There go the conference. After that, you ain't doing no talking. You doing number stroking and looking. And then you get off and you, hey, let me make this. Let me go take a shower. You fix your shit up. You go. You ain't spend no money.
Exactly.
You ain't about look at you ain't worried about no bag or nothing. You just
Nothing.
got your rocks off. And she got her, and you good. Priceless.
I'm surprised you haven't.
I mean, I ain't gonna say I have. I just have not done it recent.
Gee,
I know
that's
in a
safe.
while.
You can be out of
Right.
town.
Wow.
You can be on a trip and your slingshot jamming your music. And next thing you know, that video come up and you driving. Hold up, I'm on the way to Austin. You pull over and get some gas. And then that nigga turn around and woo, woo, woo. And you, all right, boo, I'll holler at you later. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You owe me next time.
Exactly.
You at work, can't get off,
Look,
phone
Gwen
out.
says, well, let's go back to Shay. Shay said, yes, text me. I like sexy text during the day.
Yeah.
And then Gwen
Yeah.
says, I like sex texting if you're gonna finish me. She said, because no action gonna piss me off.
Yeah. All that.
It says that I thought I didn't like sex texting until I found a man who was good with written words. She said that's her new kink.
Okay.
Like Bubba Dub said, yeah.
I haven't read into one of those.
Some of it could be trash. It could be trash when she don't want to participate. That's why you got to find somebody that's equal that's going to participate with you. Because some women are voyeurs. They want to look, but they don't want to show nothing. And that's a turn off. I'm like, hey, won't you take that dress off? Pull over your head. I won't do that now. I don't want my stuff on there. I said, well, before I started doing what I'm doing now.
So you know what people used to do when they would FaceTime, and I think was one of the reasons why I think I stopped doing it.
They'll be doing it while they call you.
No, like you'll be on FaceTime and then you expose yourself, and they be taking screenshots.
Yeah.
They be taking screenshots of while you video while y'all videoing each other. So I didn't care for that because
you see the ones I was doing, they were slow. They would
pour my drink because I'm gonna tell y'all something.
Because I had somebody do that to me, like actually, and I was like, "What?" I said, "Where did that come from?" And
they sent a picture to you?
Yeah, they sent it was later, like I guess it was like they was a memory to them,
right?
Or they was trying to, or they were reflecting back on that moment,
right?
And they text me that shit, and it pissed me the fuck off. I was like, "What the fuck
you
doing?"
Didn't hear when they snapped it?
No,
you can't hear. You can see. But it'll let you know. It'll let you know. It'll let you know. They just took a picture. It say that.
They didn't used to do that.
Right.
It did not used to give you a notification.
Because let me tell you what happened. So long time ago, you got people locked up in jail. You would take pictures off and send them. So now they can't do that. So now they got their own tablets where they can also receive. So your picture, you might be somebody's girlfriend at 5 different penitentiaries, and they sharing you. You know what I'm saying?
Did y'all get that, y'all? He said penitentiary.
Penitentiary. So back. So what I'm saying is but before I started doing what I'm doing now for acting and stuff, I made a disclosure. Hey, any woman got any picture of me that guess what, or video, you ain't gonna blackmail me. I'm just saying, I'm sending it to TMZ because it's gonna make me famous. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't falling short like that. So it ain't. You can't blackmail me. So I said that disclosure because I did have some probably floating out there, and I just didn't care. But I had to start because I didn't want my daughter to get that. You know what I'm saying? So now I have to be a little bit more careful. So if I send a video, you only gonna see, because y'all women be doing like Megan Thee Stallion. Megan Thee Stallion say take a picture of somebody else stuff and send it to a dude. You know what I'm saying? So that. You want to see their face.
I've done that.
If you're gonna do that, you want
done what?
I've sent a picture of somebody else's.
Cause she didn't want to send hers.
Somebody else's what?
Stuff.
Where you get the picture from?
You go Pornhub anywhere.
They got plenty of.
So the dude don't know it's not yours because he ain't never been with you.
Because I had a guy, he kept sending me his thing. I'm like, what are you doing? What is that? And he kept sending it 5 times. I had to tell him, okay, I got what you sent. And
so people out there really sending
dudes
are doing that.
They probably
dudes are doing that too. They
probably so they got women out here that's
why I'm trying to tell you with that AI
catfishing and cockfishing.
Right, with that AI stuff, they'll put a dude who have a 6-pack and got some gray sweats on, run to his kneecap, and you get over there like this here, ho ho ho, not the green giant. You know what I'm saying?
He said, ho ho ho, not the green giant.
Oh yeah, so you get catfish, so that's why you want to see.
You want to see the whole thing, everything.
Look, she said stuff. She said, what stuff? She said, y'all better be using proper words. She said, what stuff? Yeah.
The meat. Oh, Shay, the meat.
The vagina.
You won't see it attached to his body. Just like we won't see the breast and the vagina attached to the woman's face who we talking to. So that's why you do FaceTime so that you can see that person. And you
exactly.
You can get some of these stands right there and set your phone up probably about 6 feet.
You're talking about one of these stands like this.
It's a safe space. I think,
you can sit there. You can sit there.
Because you'd have to set mine 6 feet away because that much pressure. Oh yeah.
Are you gonna shoot and hit your phone?
I got a video like that.
Oh wow!
I say that live on
here. It's wild.
I'm gonna quit drinking.
Quit drinking.
Yeah, I'm gonna quit drinking. I just said something I wasn't supposed to say. Yeah, let me finish this drink though.
He said, Tanya said that's real catfishing. And Shay said, me. She said, Lord. Hey, TJ. He said, no face, no case.
Exactly.
No, because let me tell you something. Somebody on the other side there that ain't who it is will be sending that and get you caught up. You know what I'm saying? It could be anybody. It could be somebody underage.
The same
Or it could be
picture?
same. It could be same gender.
You all remember?
You don't know.
Well, I think so. Yeah. So
That's why you got to make sure
ju-
who you seen.
So just me say dick pics are such a turnout. Well, I think
They are too.
we were talking about, we went from sex texting to the video phones, basically phone sex, right? Video phone sex live. So we were just kind of, the pictures kind of came into play because I brought up the fact that the reason why I had stopped doing that was because somebody took screenshots while we were video sex texting.
They wanted to save it.
And then he wanted to save it
instead of
asking me, you know. And so that's why I kind of cut that out. Because again, I don't want stuff surfacing, and you know, and I've had somebody like come back and show me some shit that I had sent them. And like people, then it's amazing how you guys, men in particular, will hold on to women's photos from decades.
Yeah.
Like y'all hold on to shit.
Like a cemetery.
Yes.
A museum.
I'm
and hide them.
Yes,
From phone
like
to
I mean,
phone.
I'm telling you, I was like, y'all, like
They
damn,
keep that stuff. I'm
You know
like,
why?
wow.
in a vault.
You know
Y'all
why?
keep that shit in a damn
But
vault.
you
And
know
they got
why?
women, y'all got women, wives, all that. And y'all still
But-
hang on.
still
to
But you
stuff.
know why?
Why?
Because sometimes you go through tough times, you gotta go back to the memories that made you feel good or was pleasant to you in order to go through shit that present women
Man,
put you
if
through.
I'm not dealing with somebody, no more, I delete every
I know, it's
goddamn
gotta have
picture.
some-
It's
I
hard,
delete-
man, because they got
Yeah,
some.
yeah.
I delete
It
every
be-
picture of that person. That's
it-
like hanging on
it-
to something.
it-
I don't
Yeah,
like
hanging on.
Well,
Let
guess
it
what?
go. Let it go.
Hey, sometimes be hard to let go. Think I better let it go.
I had a
Looks
guy,
like
I
another
had a-
cat TK.
I had a woman knock on my door.
Look, Gwen
Her man
said,
had
TJ say the trophy room.
Yeah, that's it. Every man got a trophy room.
Man.
Every man got a trophy
Yeah,
room.
I believe
Believe it or not, I'm talking about who
believe
you
you.
with. Every man
I
has
believe
a
you.
trophy
So,
room.
so what
Facts.
happens if you die?
They
Y'all
hang
better
on
have
to
that
that.
shit on lockdown. 'Cause
You
if
hide
if
it.
you die, somebody get on your
Nah,
phone.
I already got automatic reset. My heart stopped beating. That phone gonna dispose like this made with self-destruct. Yeah, my heart stopped beating. That phone gonna cut off.
Really?
Yeah.
Gwen said, I got sex content in these streets. She said, I already know she said this. Oh, wait, y'all going too fast. She said, I know this is based on Tiff's comments. And then Denise said, yeah, I would send you the other woman's pics, but tell you I won't share yours. Lies.
Women do
send me
that.
another one, yeah.
Women do that.
Women,
girl,
what?
look at this here. But then here's the thing about it. They'll show their girlfriends, but it's around but won't introduce their girlfriend to the dude who they showing because they don't want him. That's selfish. If you don't want the dude, you show your girlfriend a picture, let her get with him. Don't hate because if you don't want him, pass him on.
Yeah, I don't know what woman would show. You talking about like nude photos?
Yeah, they do that.
I don't know what woman would show their girlfriend a nude photo of
Nah,
a man that
I'm not
she's
doing
into
that.
a serious
I'm
relationship
not doing
with.
that.
They do it.
They do it.
They do it.
They do it. I know women that do
Yeah,
it.
they
It's
do
like,
it.
girl, no.
I
not
listen
me.
to all my
I wouldn't
sister's
do it.
friends. Used to come over to our
Yeah,
house.
they do
They
it.
do it.
It's somebody that they in a relationship with.
Man,
Well, because
listen.
why would you do that? Because that's gonna make them want.
It's
your
women
man-
have-
It's gonna make them
Yeah.
want him anyway because the fact that she want what you have anyway.
And
Jealousy.
then get bad.
Especially if you brag about
yeah.
it. Ooh, good.
If
My
you hit
back
me
so.
one more damn time, I'm gonna take
Okay.
this mic and I'm gonna hit you across your
I ain't
damn
gonna do. I
head.
don't want no.
This
I
motherfucker
don't want no
tapping
case.
tapping me.
I'm better you.
Look,
than
you
me.
remind me of this man last night when we was at Davenport's and he, he had like a little bit too much to drink, and the
I
whole
mean, that's my
night he
problem.
was like, he
Because I don't
just
drink
kept,
that vodka.
he
though.
just
You
kept,
and
he
you
just,
like that?
I don't know
he
to
just
drink
kept
vodka.
touching me the whole night and like, and I kept scooting over, and
I
I
don't
kept
drink.
scooting
I know
over.
to drink dark liquor. I'm drinking this
It was
vodka.
some
So
dark liquor over there. Oh, shoot, that's that white liquor making
Yeah.
you do that.
they're gonna make me ill for want to fight.
Yes,
Oh,
you gonna,
shit.
yeah. So hey,
Go straight home.
The
So
house is not on. Nobody's there.
Go straight home. Go straight home.
so let's see. Let me go through these comments and then we are just about done. I made a habit of not doing anything I don't want done. Yes. Just me. Why though? She said, if you're just me said, if you're involved with someone and that's your person, why would you keep videos and pictures of another woman? That's
To
true.
remind you of what
You'd be
you had,
surprised. A lot
and
of
if she
guys
mess
do
up,
it.
you don't go back what you could get. Probably
Yeah.
so. I don't know.
I can probably best believe that my exes still got photos of me.
Yeah.
Man,
I was recently sent photos of me, but they weren't no
but sometimes it'll get you back in the
It wasn't
door though. It'll get you back.
no
Remember
bad
this here?
photos.
Remember this here? and you send it back to her and she's single and you single, it'll get you back down memory lane and get you back in the devil. If it's good, let me tell you something. Y'all, men would do that.
I know men would do that.
I've been a man,
I've been a man
for 54, going on 55 years on May 10th. And trust me, I'm telling you, straight up, we men, we feel like once I was always out. Once we get it one time, we feel like we get it every time. So therefore, even some of it, it may not be good, but it's the ones that were good, we feel like that we could go back and get that because we got it once. So we're going to rekindle that. That's why you shouldn't talk to your ex, because if there was some good stuff going on and you with somebody else, he's going to rekindle. That's going to be the first conversation come out of his mouth back when y'all had sex. The good point. So you know what I'm saying?
Oh, look,
so that's
shade. Look,
That's
yeah, I'm just being for real though.
Wishful
If
thinking.
you had some bad shit,
wait. Dr. Sheila said if it was good, you would still be there.
Thank
no,
you. Thank you, Doc.
but hold
Thank
up,
you,
Doc. Sometimes we men, we get greedy. We have it for show. We go out there and try to get some more, and we end up with no. So guess what? So we keep them trophies to remind us of past victories. Like they keep talking about them cowboy rings. You know what I'm saying? So we keep trying to get back to the championship. You know what I'm saying? So
Oh, you know what?
Okay,
You know
show
what?
us.
slide that in
You
there.
know, you know what? You know what?
But,
Okay,
but real talk though. I mean, but you remember, you ain't gonna listen. You ain't gonna never forget what was good. So even if you ain't got it no more, you're not gonna never
That's
forget
true,
what was
Well,
good.
that's true with women, but I don't hang on to.
But I don't know. I'm
Yeah.
a man, so I'm telling you what
But
men.
yeah.
Because it's
Oh,
hard.
I
It's
know, I
hard. It's
believe
hard.
that.
First of all, and the way my mindset is this, and the way I operate is that if you don't get over your past, you know, and if you still clinging on to something with somebody, you're never going to be able to move forward.
Exactly.
And
But
then
you're not
because if
clinging
a
on
person,
to
if
it.
not, yeah, but if there's the slightest inkling that a person can come back into your life that easy, why would God bless you with somebody else that's
Exactly.
for you if He knows that if there's somebody got to just send you a photo and you're gonna go slide, you're gonna go back, you're
That
gonna
might
go backwards,
because you might not
and-
be meant to be with that person who you moved on.
Oh no,
You know what I'm
no.
saying? Sometimes that happens. We make
No.
mistakes.
Yeah.
We make mistakes like that. You know what I'm saying?
And life happens. But my thing
So-
is that if you're in a relationship,
Right.
and I'm not going backwards, especially if you done been back and forth with that person
Right.
already multiple times. No,
Oh, I
cut
ain't
that
saying,
shit good.
but we could go back and smash
just
it
wanna
and
hit
keep
it.
going.
He
Yeah,
just wanna
that'd be the
hit it.
thing. I'm just saying that'd be the thing.
I've
We-
been there, done
we-
that,
we
and
back-
all it
we-
did was delay
right. If you out in the-
delay progress.
Like you out in the
Exactly.
club and you run to one of your exes that y'all know y'all had some good
No.
chemistry,
Mm-mm.
but he stayed on the road too much. Come on, man.
Maybe 10 years ago, I probably would have did this shit. I
Okay.
ain't doing
No,
it.
not
So you on
these.
lockdown now?
I'm
Not
not on
easy.
lockdown, but my thing is that I'm conditioning myself to be in a place to where I want to be in a committed relationship. I can't do that if I'm
Right.
still
I
living in the
understand.
past
Right.
and dealing with fuck
But-
niggas.
Nah,
That's
I'm
my
not saying
problem.
going back like that, but see, I'm a Taurus. We greedy. So guess what? We gonna say with who we with because we greedy. But sometimes, you know, when you by yourself, you sit back, your mind gonna play tricks on you. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
And
Nah,
sometimes
ain't
you
your
find
mind.
yourself.
That's what that goddamn toy come in.
But we ain't got that. Shit.
That'll
sometimes.
clear all that.
We ain't
up.
got that.
I'm good. I already
You
took
got
care of
your
myself.
own-
I can go to
you
sleep.
got
now.
your
Well, why
own.
not introduce Rose to Richard and they can work together for one common cause to please you then? Every woman that got that Rose need to introduce that Rose to their guy friend and let them work together. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, I mean,
For a
I
common
have
cause.
nothing against toys with in relationships. I mean, as a matter of fact, I pull mine out. You can be intimidated if you want.
I ain't.
I'm pulling mine
You're
out.
not intimidated. with
No,
Rose?
I
I
would
want
pull
more
it.
control.
Yeah, I pull mine out. You go, y'all gonna become good friends.
better
Might as well.
perform.
As long as I'm a fly on the wall, I can listen and see. I ain't got no problem with a woman using. I don't think it's replacing me.
So
Man,
listen,
get
guys, we are
intimidated.
just about out of time. I want to thank my guests for coming on the show tonight. Mr. Kevin Laws, you want to tell folks where to find you real quick?
I'll keep it simple. You can find me on IG, Facebook, TikTok, Twitter.
You
The
say
real-
simple.
The THA Real Kevin Lyles. Keep it simple. Yeah. I got movies coming out on Tubi. Go, everybody go check out Bayou City Murders. It's airing right now on Tubi. Check out Bash. Check out 3030, Twisted Justice, Conflicting Affirmation. They all coming out, but you know, check me out on Tubi.
I did watch Bayou City.
You did? What you think about
How
it?
was it?
Nice.
You see me on that clown?
So
I saw
he'll
you.
be back on here, so y'all will get
Yeah, I
to see
did
him
see you.
again. He's my old faithful. And Miss Latrice, want to tell viewers where to find you?
You can find me at Latrice Sarafia Bell on Facebook. And
But we all swerving and
I
stuff like
am-
this. Like these drinks
I
must have got me
am-
all over here.
Yeah.
Like
I am Latrice Bell on Instagram. And I am Latrice Bell on TikTok.
Hey, tell the fellas how to find you on Messenger when they need to run one off in the middle of the night.
Nah, that's reserved to Mr. Okay, that I don't need no company. He don't need no help.
Drop your number. You tell them on Facebook. They FaceTime.
He don't need no help. No.
And just remember, guys, dirty talk is not something that's bad. I think that everybody should, if you haven't tried it, try it. If it doesn't work for you, it doesn't. But the key to remember is about mutual respect, communication, and just being able to have fun in the bedroom and out of the bedroom if you're sex texting. So, if you're looking for ways to spice up your sex life and your relationships, try it out. And I think that, once you get past the first couple of times of doing it, you'll like it.
Yeah.
And hit me up in the comments. Addictive. Be sure to like, share, and comment. We can still keep this conversation going in the comments. I'll be checking them on all platforms, and we'll be back on next Wednesday again from 8 to 9 p.m.
Friendly dicks.
She's like friendly.
She's talking about friendly dicks. It ain't that friendly. So it's selected.
Right. He's like, nah, everybody can't know.
Okay. Well, thank you guys. I will be back. We'll be back next week. And tune in for next Wednesday. Y'all gonna get me in trouble. And we'll see you next Wednesday. Goodbye, y'all.
Bye-bye.
Peace.
Thanks for listening to this episode of Unofficial Sex Therapist. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe so that you never miss an episode.